Hi, my name's Stephen King and I'm a teacher of information technology out at O10. Today we're going to look at a number of functions, two in fact, that we can use in Excel. The first one, absolute cell addressing. The second one is using the sum function. So let's get started. As you can see, I have a spreadsheet here with a number of departments, number of items. Each department is going to be purchasing a number of these items, and we're going to total up the cost and add a $15 surcharge to each one. Right? That surcharge is down here in 15 in cell B13. Now we put it down here so that we can change it at any time, and our totals will change automatically with those changes. Okay, so let's start off without using absolute cell addressing, and let's see what happens. So in this case, we're just going to add up the departments, well, the items in the ICT department. And so we're just going to use their cell references to add it up. So we're just going to equal, and we're going to go B4 plus C4 plus D4 plus E4, and then we're going to add in the cell reference for our surcharge, which is plus B13, and we're going to enter that. Okay, that looks correct. All right, we have a total of 218, and we have cell reference B13. As you can see, I'll just point out, B13 is there. What happens when we copy that down to our other three cells? Some will say that it will be correct, but will it? Now you can tell that I've selected this for copy by the marching ants around. I'm now going to just fill in these through, Control V, right? And we have a total here of 188. However, if we look at the formula, it's saying to use cell B14 instead of B13. And as you can see, where the green box is down here, there is no value in B14, so therefore it's null and nothing will be added. So the total will be B5, C5, D5, E5, and that equals 188. But we need a different number. We need to have equals 188 plus 15. We need 203. Our next cell reference, our next cell, well, total, says 97, but it says B15. Again, B15 doesn't have a value in it. So what we need is equals 97 plus 15. And so on. This one here will say B16. Again, B16 has no value in it, so it doesn't add anything to it. So the actual answer should have been equals 133 plus 15. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to anchor this cell reference to each of our cells. To do that, we use absolute cell referencing. What we will do, we'll put a dollar symbol in front of the column indicator, in this case B, and a dollar symbol in front of the row indicator, in this case 13, and we'll hit enter. The top row doesn't change. This cell won't change its value because it was correct the first time, because we did have B13 there. Now we're going to copy this, and we're going to copy it down to our other cells. using Control V, and as you can see now, each of those cells equals our test environment, and they will say B13, right, which is correct. Let's take this out. What happens if we decide to say, okay, we're not going to charge them $15, we're only going to charge them $10 surcharge, right, or posting or whatever it is. I can change it here and it will automatically change these. Okay, so if I now if I charge them $10, right, then our reference in cell F4 is going to be, the value is now going to be 213. Right, so I'll just change that to 10. And look, they all change. Right, if I change it to 0, they all change again back to what they would have been. Okay, let's go back to 15. Right, so that's easy. Just think if it's 1,000 rows. It does make it a lot easier to do. Okay, now let's total this column up. Let's pretend it's 1,000 columns, so it's going to go from F4 to 1004. Right, it's not really, but we can pretend. If we do it the long method, which is what I did to add up the 4 items in each column, right? So the long method is equals B, one cell plus the next cell plus the next cell. Okay, so in this case it would be equals F4 plus F5 plus F6 plus F7. Right, I could do that, and I could go down to 1004 and do it that way. It would be a very long formula, and it would take quite some time. And there's also a greater scope for error. So let's do it the quicker way. In this case, right, we'll just take that out. And what I will do is I'm going to use the sum function. Now, there's a number of ways of using the sum function. I will just do it the way that I like. Right? So I'm going to put in an equal sign. I'm going to type in the word sum, which is the function. I'm going to put in a open parentheses. I'm going to type in the cell reference of our first item that we need. In this case, it's F4. I'm going to put in a semicolon, and I'm going to put in the cell reference of the last cell that I want. In this case, it's cell F7. It could very well be F1004. I'm going to close the parentheses, and I'll hit enter, and there we go. It has now been added up, right, and totaled. So that is using the sum function. Okay, so I do hope this has helped you, or will help you, and be on the lookout. We will be doing more of these screencasts as we move along. Bye.